in some stages. The drivers such as Andreas, Val, Gus, Robert, everyone really surprised myself, and yeah, just very, very happy to be here.
Do you think Val can hold on to the podium?
I think so, yeah. I think.
Not if this man's got anything to do with it. That's our first view of the onboard of the stage as well. We can see how rutted up it is. Andreas Mikkelsen on an absolute charge here. Just looking at the attitude of the car, you can see how aggressively he's driving. Again, just running a little bit wide into that right, left, and that onboard just so rough through there.
And this could be very, very close, Jenny. Just to remind you, he's 8.8 seconds behind Zaldivar in the first pass through when he won the stage. He was 8.3 quicker than Zaldivar, so he's going to come right down to the wire for this final podium spot in WRC2.
Mikkelsen forcing Val Zaldivar's hand to respond. Zaldivar next into the stage, and he'll know he's got no choice other than to go completely flat out. Brilliant to have Andreas Mikkelsen back in the World Rally Championship in a WRC2 car.
Yeah, first time for a couple of years since he won this title, of course, twice, did Andreas.
And if he hadn't had those problems early on in the rally, he'd have been right up at the front, you know, literally on the first stage. He lost over a minute, well clear of a minute actually, because he ran out of washer fluid in the washer and wasn't able to clear the windscreen, was blind, just driving through a muddy windscreen, lost loads of time, then punctures and everything else. He's always been on the back foot, but the pace has absolutely been there. He's going to clean out Dominguez's time. 6:04.2.
It's not quite as quick, as a couple of seconds slower than his benchmark from this morning, but that's what you'd expect, isn't it, Liz?
That tells us straight away the stage is getting slower.
Yeah. So 6.3 quicker than Dominguez, but it's the pace of the man following that really counts.
Zaldivar's going to have to give it everything through here now.
Great to see the Maasai out there again, a traditional welcome home for the crews, and that wonderful scenes for the piece at the top of the show. All part of the unique sights and sounds of this part of the world. And here we go then, this is Andreas, and we'll get back to Val.
Quicker than Diego. I have Val 2/10 slower than you on the line.
Felt it was either engine is not running properly, but it felt like really slow up all the hills, like I didn't have power. But anyway, yeah, it was too much to catch basically, and a lot of positives to takes, even though the result was not what we wanted this weekend. Okay, that's how life is sometimes.
Glad you finally done Safari Rally, Kenya.
Yeah, it's been cool, even though I was missing Sleeping Warrior though. That would be nice.
Still not happy about that. Yeah, we did have a couple of cancellations yesterday because of the deteriorating conditions. But look at this. Look at this, Jenny. Val. He's now 1.1 up. He wants this podium place. He's slamming the door shut on the experienced Norwegian. Wonderful run here for Zaldivar, but of course he's opened the door with this strange 10-second time penalty for checking out late this morning. He said he was going to appeal it, but anyway, he's doing a job to see off Mikkelsen anyway. Great run in here.
Yeah, and he will contest that 10-second penalty, and Zaldivar comfortably seeing off Mikkelsen, who reckons that he was down on power, and Zaldivar now 1.1 up on Mikkelsen.
Now
so
1.7 up.
He's getting the job done. The next question is, if he can get that 10 seconds back, he's going to be right up in the fight for second place with Gus Greenmith. So again, Gus's hand is being forced. Gus is going to have to give it everything through this final Wolf Power stage as well in the fight for second.
This is a great response though from the Paraguayan under intense pressure from one of the most experienced drivers in the field. The fans roaring their approval. It's the last corner or two to come now.
There's not a lot of grip there on the brakes. You can see that as the car dives down, you know, that weight transfer onto the nose of the car, and it's so powdery there.
He's done it though, hasn't he? 1.9 seconds quicker. That's a wonderful response to Andreas's attack, and that's back-to-back Safari Rally podiums for Zaldivar. It's his second WRC2 podium finish after doing the same here 12 months ago. Really does love this place.
Great result for Fowles Aldervar, well deserved.
And as you say, is that enough to keep the pressure on Gus Greenmith? All question marks though surrounding that 10-second penalty. But as you say, if it doesn't, it's only 4.7 seconds instead of 14.7 seconds for Gus. Let's hear from Fowl. Great run, second podium of his career.
Fowl, congratulations. One big smile on your face. That's got to feel good.
Well, to fight against Andreas, he's been a driver that I looked forward when I was younger, but okay, it's nice to fight against him. But yeah, really happy with the result in the weekend. It's been quite a very long day, very tough weekend that we fought each day. We managed to be quite clever in the tricky places. We avoid any mistake. We had zero. To thank my team, Race 7. It's a great team. My dad that came here, so yeah, really happy. And now let's enjoy the podium, and this is dedicated to all Paraguay.
Yeah, nice words. Of course, he's racing against his the Skoda, so they're running under the same tent this year.
7 able to successfully run a Skoda right at the business end and a Toyota. That's getting dangerous, that corner. You saw where there was just a little bit of lift in the car there as Gus pitched it sideways. 3.5 seconds down on Fowles Aldervar. We have to assume that the 10-second penalty is going to stand.
Yeah.
But if it is taken. Robert Vierve. Trick of wins here. It looks like Gus is going to have to settle for second as he makes his way down towards the end of the stage.
Yeah, I think he had a gearbox issue as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Day, so he's been battling on, so that it looks like the hat-trick of Safari wins wasn't to be, but despite all those problems, it's looking like it will be a runner-up finish. So obviously with Robert Vierve still to come through, let's just make sure he does get within 4.7 just to ease the
Another podium in Kenya, and what a way to kick off his WRC2 campaign. He is going to be a championship contender this year. There's no question. As is this man, no question about it. A great Robert Vierve.
Yeah, Jaco Vilo alongside. Let's get a word with Gus, how he's feeling after brutal few days.
Gus, welcome to the finish and congratulations. I know you were looking for a hat-trick of wins.
A lot more issues than we've had in the past here, but a new car. I'm still not driving it to its best yet. And, yeah, I think regardless of the problems or not, I think Robert's a very, very deserving winner. So congrats to him and Scott. He did exactly what he needed to do to win here. Yeah.
But his journey to get here, PK, scrabbling around for any sponsors he could find, and a car privately. That's okay. Trying to enter a car privately to get it to get to where he is now and to be picked up by Skoda. Here is one thing to do it here at Safari Rally. Anything away from him this weekend, he has been absolutely imperious.
Yeah, and also to echo what Gus was just saying, these Rally 2 cars have been absolutely bulletproof, haven't they? I mean, they're proving there's still plenty of pace in this Skoda Fabia, of course, run by Top Sports.
Yeah, an evolution of the car that we saw previously, so it's right up to date, that Skoda, and as well, I have to say, down the side of the car, we have just under the number plate. We might catch it with this shot. You can see the name Pavel Hortek, who was critical to the Skoda Motorsport, and sadly lost him a couple of weeks ago. So, what a fitting result!
Yes, it is a second WRC2 victory for Robert Virves. What a run! Congratulations to Jaco Vierlo on his Safari debut, no less. What a way to do it! And as you say, sparks this WRC2 championship fight wide open. We've got about half a dozen real contenders now after the opening 3 rounds.
Absolutely, and remember this name, because Robert Virves is going to cause the Rally 1 drivers, the current crop of the best, all sorts of problems in the future. He's a fairly humble young man. There we go. Everybody needs a co-driver, even just to disconnect your intercom.
Yeah,
get on the roof and savour it, boys.
Congratulations.
They've done something special this weekend. Right, that's Virves across the line. We've got the Rally 1s to come, and then, of course, this incredible story that's evolving for Takamoto Katsuta. Let's see if we can get a word with Robert.
Robert, on the first time of asking, you win one of the most legendary rallies in the world, Safari Rally Kenya. How does that feel?
I must say it feels amazing. Let's say I wasn't a big fan of coming here, to be fair, in the beginning. Experience proper safari, and to come through with no issues with the car, tires. Amazing effort by the team and everybody else involved. I'm really happy.
Well, he may not have been a fan of the idea of coming here, but I tell you what, I bet he is now. That's a nice little story, isn't it? Second career victory for Robert Virves. So we turn our attentions then to Rally 1. John Armstrong, Shane Byrne on another pairing on their Safari debut. Boy, oh boy, they've had the full experience out there this weekend. They're currently running in 15th place, but what is remarkable, as Rich said at the top of the show, is that they're one of a very, very small number of Rally 1 cars that's actually come through without having to restart after a retirement. So, yes, not the result they wanted, but boy, oh boy, have they learnt a lot this weekend.
Yeah, certainly earned their stripes in this rookie year at Rally 1 level, at least. Remember, John Armstrong has been around for a long time, and it's well deserved that he's in the seat of the top flight car. And let's see what he can do through this stage. There's been discussions of, they know that they've got probably the best road conditions of the Rally 1 cars. Can John create a little bit of a surprise here for us? Still chasing that first stage win, came so close the other day, didn't he? And Sebastian Ogier ruined the party. And John Armstrong, as Rich Milner looks on there, I have to say, has done a superb job this weekend. Commiserations as well that we're not going to see Josh McAleen running. Unfortunately, hydraulic the engine, it took some water in yesterday, and unfortunately weren't able to compete today. Josh actually was one of the victims of the traffic getting out to Hell's Gate, so he's currently wanted to get here to support John, but Josh currently sat in a traffic jam.
He won't be the only one today, I tell you. Now, this is looking like a really good run, isn't it? Fastest through this morning. It was won by Elvin Evans. He did a 5:32.4, so it'll be interesting to see, won't it?
The stage is definitely getting slower, so John won't be able to mimic that, struggling for traction on the way out of there. The main thing is...
Well done. No super rally.
Yeah, exactly.
The main thing is, regardless of the result, they have learned so much and got to the end, and kudos to Shane Byrne as well, because he's been shook around all over the place this weekend, and he's done well. The pair of them have done something special.
Yeah, 5:44.3 then is the first Wolf Power Stage benchmark. Next to come through will be the championship leader Elvin Evans alongside Scott Martin. starting Toyota's absolutely desperate for championship points. Let's hear from John. Character building weekend for him.
John, welcome to the finish of your first ever Safari Rally Kenya. How would you sum this up?
Yeah, it's been such a massive experience through all sorts of different conditions, and yeah, we managed to get through without Super Rally, which is good. We've had a fair share of little issues, and I think that's good that we stuck through with it and got to the end, and actually I think some of our pace has been quite good as well for the first time in the car and gravel, so lots of things learned, lots of experience with the event, and yeah, big thanks to M-Sport and everyone that's working hard to keep this car going in the rally, because it's a massive effort from the teams, not just us, so yeah, we're glad to be at the finish, and yeah, it's been such a wild ride.
Yeah, wild ride. You just can tell, can't you, from these first 3 rounds for John on his Rally 1 debut that a good result isn't far away for the Irishman. Meanwhile, Elfyn Evans then, championship leader, Mr. Consistency, wasn't he? And I can't remember the last time he's actually had a full retirement over the whole of last year. He was so consistent, wasn't he? I mean, no fault of his own with that broken suspension yesterday morning, but so crucial now that last year's winner gets something out of today, and indeed in here in the Wolf Power stage.
Yeah, absolutely. He didn't retire at all last year. You've got to go back 19 rallies. The last time that Elfyn Evans had didn't get to the end of the day. Through here, this is a really aggressive attack from Elfyn Evans. He needs 5 Wolf Power Stage points. I don't think it's going to be enough to reel in Solberg and O'Shea ahead of him in the fight for Super Sunday, but Elfyn Evans giving it everything through here for those 5 extra championship points for the fastest time through the Wolf Power Stage. Look at the attitude of the car. This is a tricky little section here. It's dangerous.
Yeah, he's 12.2 down on O'Shea, isn't he? In the Super Sunday standings. It's unlikely to pass them.
Yeah, ain't going to find that.
No, he can make, but if he can do anything like he did in the first pass through, he can take the point back that he's lost there in the Wolf Power Stage. So let's see, 5 points, remember, for the fastest time in here, with plus the 5 points for the Super Sunday fastest. It's a maximum of 10.
6.8 quicker now than Armstrong. Now we know that John probably wasn't completely flat out. This man is. He's leaving nothing on the shelf. This is a really aggressive push from Elfyn Evans. The goal, maximum championship points from the power stage.
And he's always so strong, isn't he, on these Super Sundays?
Coming down to
championship bids.
This tricky braking zone, get the car stopped, neat and tidy. There you go, you see that weight transfer onto the nose of the car, get it turned in, pick up the as he can. Echo those sentiments as well, but we've got to get there first. Thierry on Elfyn Evans.
If we can all just be ready to start our official part of the function with the national anthem. We have the national anthem, so those of us who are wearing hats, kindly let's remove them as we begin this session with the national anthem. Welcome, Your Excellency. The national anthem followed by the East African anthem. Yeah.
Let us kindly take our seats. Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, Honorable Salim Mvurya, Cabinet Secretary, Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Honorable Rebecca Miano, Cabinet Secretary, Tourism and Wildlife, the Vice President, FIA Africa, Simon Lakin, Director, WRC, Carl Tundo, CEO, WRC Safari, members of Parliament present, ambassadors, all guests present to watch the toughest terrain rally in the world with a mix of wildlife and arguably the most watched rally globally. Your Excellency, at this point, would like to have some brief speeches, so allow me to welcome the Cabinet Secretary for Creative Economy, Youth and Sports, Honorable Salim Mvurya, to make some few remarks as we progress with the program. Karibu sana waziri, tumpigie makofi akifika hapa katika jukwaa. Karibu.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, my colleague CS Tourism, our partners, FIA, the private sector here present, government agencies, and all Kenyans who have been here since Thursday. Your Excellency, of this WRC rally this year has received a lot of support from the private sector. And therefore, I want to take this opportunity to thank all our partners and to thank all Kenyans who have found time to be here for the last 4 days, Your Excellency. This year, we have had more numbers, and therefore, this WRC Safari Rally has grown to be more spectacular. And in this WRC, we have said the wait is over. And therefore, today is the final day. And Your Excellency, we will continue to implement your direction to make sure that we also establish talent training for Kenyans in this motorsport. Already, Your Excellency, we have worked with SIFAO, and they have provided 2 cars, and the curriculum is ready. And therefore, Your Excellency, I'm happy to report that from last year, we have made progress to ensure that we make it a local talent. Your Excellency, thank you very much for your support and your direction. And because we have been working here in a whole government approach, I would wish to invite my colleague for 1 minute so that he can also talk about the exciting opportunities in tourism during this motorsport. Karibu sana Waziri Rebecca. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Waziri, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and all the World Rally Championship enthusiasts. This past weekend, we have had a unique stage to showcase what Kenya has to offer. This has been a very good season for tourism. We understand that the hotels in Nakuru County and the environs are 100% occupied. We have received all guests, many from the region. We are happy that in the East Africa community, they have decided to tembelea jirani, and they have showed up in big numbers. But we want to thank everyone for the stories we have seen online. We want to say that Kenya is that premier tourism destination that has what very few countries have to offer in the world. Welcome to magical Kenya, where we say that Kenya is the origin of wonder. Thank you very much and enjoy.
I also want to extend our appreciation to the county government of Nakuru, represented, Your Excellency, here by the Deputy Governor. They have been very supportive in this arrangement, and the entire security team that has participated in this event, they have done a wonderful job. Your Excellency, with those few remarks, it is my humble duty and honor to invite you, Your Excellency, to come and address Kenyans in this particular occasion. Karibu sana, Your Excellency. Karibu sana, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Minister. Please, let's take our seats. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a great pleasure to be back here in Naivasha for the 2026 Safari Rally, marking the culmination of the 73rd edition of one of the world's toughest and most grueling rallies. Kenya is truly proud to host this prestigious event, which has become a shining example and symbol of our nation's passion for motorsport and our commitment to global sporting excellence. Over the decades, Safari Rally has changed shape and evolved. It may no longer be the 1,000-mile marathon that once defined its legend, but make no mistake, the spirit of the Safari Rally remains alive and unchanged. It is still the most punishing gravel rally on the planet, a test not only of speed, but of endurance, ingenuity, and imagination. The terrain still humbles even the most sophisticated of machines. The unpredictable weather, the unforgiving services, and the vast landscapes of the Rift Valley, ensuring that every crew lining up at the start understands they are entering one of the toughest battles motorsport can offer. That spirit has always been carried by the legends brave enough to conquer the Safari Rally. The story of Safari Rally has been written by extraordinary drivers and extraordinary machines. Shekameta became the rally's most enduring symbol, winning 5 times in cars such as Datsun 160J and the Datsun 240Z. John Volgard added to the legend with victories in the Ford Escort RS 1800 and the Toyota Celica, while Juha Kankkunen triumphed in the Toyota Celica Turbo 4-wheel drive and the Lancia Delta Integral. Later, modern icons such as Colin McRae wrestling the Ford Focus and Subaru Impreza through the African wilderness, and Tommy Mäkinen mastering the Mitsubishi Lanza Evolution. Each generation brought new heroes, new machines, and new stories. Yet, the challenge remained the same: to survive the Safari Rally. This year's rally marked an important new chapter. The ceremonial start and the Kasarani Super Special in Nairobi were replaced by a focused Naivasha-only itinerary. The shakedown moved to Thursday morning at the new Naivasha test. And by that same afternoon, the competition action got underway. From the very first kilometer, there was no gentle introduction, but the immediate testing reality of Safari. Drivers and machines faced razor-sharp rocks, punishing terrain, and infamous fesh sand, a powder so deep it can swallow a whole rally car. Friday proved to be the crucible of the rally, a brutal 8-stage marathon that included a reverse run through the unforgiving Camp Moran stage, a section known for pushing both courage and machine to their absolute limits. And this morning, the rally returned to the legendary Hell's Gate National Park, where the final runs unfold beneath the towering cliffs of the Rift Valley. It is here that the Wolf Power stage delivered a dramatic finale, set against one of the most breathtaking backdrops in global motorsport. It was a fitting conclusion for the Safari Rally, shorter than in the old days, perhaps, but no less fierce, no less demanding, and still driven by the same spirit that made it legendary. That is why I must take this opportunity to congratulate every team and crew that took part in this year's rally. Simply arriving here, in many ways, a victory of its own. The Safari Rally does not merely test machines. It tests resolve, judgment, and the limits of human endurance. To compete on this terrain is to confront one of the greatest challenges in motorsport. And few come here and not be transformed by experience. Every driver, every co-driver, and every team member who lined up at the start leaves with something more than a result: the knowledge that they faced the safari and emerged stronger for it. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past few months, our nation has successfully hosted several major international events, including the African Nations Championships, Rugby Sevens tournaments, the magical Kenya Open. This week, the Safari Rally. These events demonstrate that Kenya is more than capable of hosting world-class competitions, and that our country remains a welcoming destination for the world. Beyond the spectacle, every such event, such as Safari Rally, have a profound impact on our economy. They support business, create employment opportunities, stimulate tourism, and generate valuable foreign exchange for our country. Last year, I asked the Kenya Motorsport Federation to work with the Ministry of Sports and International Automotive Federation to advance two important initiatives: the local production of an affordable International Automobile Federation cross car and the establishment of a rally academy. Today, I am pleased to announce the cooperation. Today I am pleased to announce that Cooperation for Africa Overseas Mobility Kenya has partnered with the Kenya Motorsport Federation to produce the first affordable cross car and also donated 2 Toyota Starlets to support the Rally Academy. Please, a round of applause for that tremendous effort. In addition, Cooperation for Africa Overseas has developed a training curriculum for drivers and mechanics. I commend them for their initiative and encourage them to work closely with TVET institutions and the Ministry of Education to ensure the success of these programs. Through the Ministry of Sports and the Motorsport Academy, the government continues to support the initiative to ensure that it provides opportunities, training and resources for next generation of Kenyan drivers, engineers and technicians. As we bring the 2026 Safari Rally to a close, I wish to thank the International Automobile Federation for their continued support, the organizing team, the WRC event promoters, our private sector partners, Kenyan fans, visiting fans, and all participants whose dedication, commitment, and resilience have made this event the resounding success it has been. I look forward to welcoming you again in 2027. And let me say this finally. To the great Kenyan sportsmen and women who have showed up in big numbers, the enthusiasts who have come here for the last 3 to 4 days. I know many of you traveled in difficult terrain as you made your way to Naivasha. I know maybe also on your way back, you will be enduring a lot of jam and a lot of vehicles on the road. I just want to assure you that this is the last year where we are going to have jams on the road between Nakuru and Nairobi. By next year, we will have completed the dualling of the Nairobi-Nakuru highway, and you will find your way to Naivasha much more easily. Let me also tell to our fans from the East African community, your participation in this event has made this event a truly East African safari. Your coming here from Rwanda, from Uganda, has promoted and elevated this safari into a regional safari rally, and I welcome you to Kenya. As has been said here, magical Kenya, the origin of wonder. Enjoy your stay while you are in Kenya. And finally, I want to say to the great people of the Republic of Kenya that this is the last safari rally where we will be expending public money to promote it. From next year, this event will be fully funded, fully supported by the private sector. And I want to congratulate the private sector for stepping up as patriots and citizens and partners with the government of Kenya to assume the responsibility of hosting this event, managing this event, and promoting this event and financing this event. To the private sector, that is true patriotism, so that the resources we have as government, we can use it to promote sports in our schools and in other spheres. Congratulations to Kenya Commercial Bank, Sports Pesa, and all the other promoters and supporters and partners that will be participating, Safaricom included, and Kenya Airways, and all the other good people. I want to tell them a big gratitude from the government of Kenya for you stepping up to support the Safari Rally and making this event fully funded, fully supported by the private sector. That is what private-public partnership looks like. Thank you very much. I wish you all a wonderful day. And again, to friends from across the globe, to friends from the East African region, welcome to magical Kenya, the origin of wonder. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for His Excellency Tafadhali. And I'll now invite the Maasai troupe that is here as we transition to the award ceremony, which is going to be taking place in a few minutes. As I'm speaking, you can take the stage as we get ourselves ready for the award ceremony, which is going to be run by Eddie Kimani and Bex Williams. But as we do that, we'll have some brief entertainment from the Maasai. Twende kazi.
Gloria Lagi nih. Halo aja dah. Ya. Gimana nyar? Iya lagi.
So we already have the winner, Taka, who has reached the end. So he'll just do a brief interview, then join us here shortly. The winning car is already at the finish line, having a brief interview, then join us so that we can proceed to the award ceremony. So we already have the winning car, Taka, already having arrived. Shortly, he'll be coming onto the podium. Then we can begin the award ceremony. But we already have him already arrived and almost ready for us to begin the award ceremony, which is the crown jewel of the Safari Rally, with the winners, of course, taking home bragging rights. So shortly, we'll be doing that. We already have him arrived, and we'll be doing that shortly.
Ever win, and we're all so happy for you.
Thank you. I don't know what to say. Very hard to work with me. Team was always believe in me all the time, so yeah, thanks to the whole team. Finally here because of them, and yeah, my family always big support and Meg Minatoki Papa ichiban ni natta yo. So yeah, finally here. So much moments, so much things happen, but oh, and I have to say thank you for the Oit. He has been absolutely every single moment contacting me and sending me message, and He was even waking up earlier than me every morning. Yeah, so I did it. Thank you for you. Thanks to you. Yeah, Akio-san. Finally we are here, so thank you.
Yeah, you can't help but have a lump in your throat, can you, watching that? It's something pretty special. And as he said, we've heard this, haven't we, that the Oids have been helping behind the scenes. That's some wonderful, really, really good friends. And of course, great work too.
Taka-san Aaron, congratulations for your first ever WRC win. Well done, guys. We are proud of you. Well done.
Yeah, it's going to mean so much, isn't it, for the whole Toyota team.
We have Taka now coming onto the ramp. At this point, Your Excellency, you're welcome, together with the CS, to come and now participate in the award ceremony. And at this point, allow me to hand over to WRC, and we have Bex together with Eddie Kimani, who are going to be running this part. But a round of applause to our rally driver. So please take over, Eddie Kimani. Eddie Kimani and Bex Williams, you're welcome to take over the program.
Welcome everybody to the final podium of Safari Rally Kenya. We would like to invite to the podium, in third position overall, representing the Toyota Gazoo Racing World Rally Team, Sami Pyrie and Marco Salminen. In second position overall, representing the Hyundai Shell Mobis World Rally Team, Adrian Formeau and Alex Correa. And your winners of this year's Safari Rally Kenya, taking their first WRC win. Representing Toyota, it is Taka Katsuta and Aaron Johnston. We would also like to invite to the podium Deputy Team Principal of Toyota, Juha Kankinen. Please everyone, if you can, we would like you to stand for the national anthem of the winning driver and the winning manufacturer, the national anthem of Japan. Thank you, everyone. Now it is time to award some trophies. Trophies to the winning manufacturer, presented by Farah Mulji, Sales Manager at Impala Downtown Limited. Trophies for third position, presented to Sami Pyri and Marco Salminen by Salim Muravia, the Cabinet Secretary of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports. Trophies for second position, presented to Adrian Formeau and Alex Correa by Rebecca Miano, Cabinet Secretary for Wildlife and Tourism. The FIA's President's Medals, presented to the winning crew by Mina Mohammed, FIA of the World Motorsport Commission, the FIA Senate, and FIA Foundation. And now trophies for our winning crews, to be presented by His Excellency William Ruto, PhD, CHH, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander of Kenya Defence Forces. Congratulations, everyone. It is about that time. Have some in front of you. Congratulations for completing Safari Rally Kenya 2026. It's time to celebrate! Guys, I'd like you all to remain on the stage, if you would, for me. Let's just have a nice picture in front. Now, we're going to have a chat with the drivers first before the photograph, please. Thank you very much. I would like to give 2 microphones to Takamoto Katsuta and to Aaron Johnson. Aaron, don't you go anywhere. Thank you. Everyone stay on the podium for a moment longer. Thank you very much. Huge congratulations, Takamoto Katsuta, your first WRC win. We saw a huge emotion at the stage end just now. It's been the dream for many years. It's been almost there so many times, but you've clinched it at one of the most difficult events on the calendar. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, first of all, big thanks to the team, whole team, guys. Every single person, of course, in here in Service Park, and also factory. There is so many people working for us, and every day working very hard to improving our car and developing the car. So, yeah, thanks to all of them. And for sure, I have to say, this guy always next to me. We're having so many moments, difficulties. Yeah, honestly, few times I felt like, should I stop or not, because I was so down, but this guy always supported me, never blamed me, anything happened. This is why we are here now, and we never give up. And especially this weekend also, we had already did some difficulties at the beginning of the rally, and we are quite far from the front, but at the end we are here. So yeah, thank you for everybody. And Akio-san, I must say, we are here finally, and always thank you so much for your warm support. And yeah, I hope you are having enjoy moment now. And definitely this is not the only one and not the only fast one, and it will come more. This is my plan to get more. So yeah, not easy, but I try my best and keep hard working. Thank you so much.
Well, Taka, once the drivers always say, once one win comes along, they all start to follow then. So we look forward to seeing more wins on the board for you. I know how much it means. There's been so much support from the team, from the family, but it's not just the drivers within your team, it's the drivers within other teams who have been supporting you to win as well. Everybody's wanted to see you in this position.
That's yeah, amazing to hear. Thank you so much for very warm, hard support for me. And yeah, obviously I have a very good friend and rivals and teammates, and yeah, I'm very happy. Thank you.
Taka, thank you. Let's turn to your co-driver, Aaron Johnston, now. You have the winner's medal around your neck. You've got the winner's trophy right in front of you, Aaron. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, I think I've said it many times before, but an Ireland rally is such a popular sport, only behind football. So to start off where I did and now be standing on the top step of a WRC podium is incredible. Thanks to everyone in the team. They are working endlessly to make sure that we have the best possible car and support behind the scenes and on event, and everyone back in the factory as well. But to finally make it after being close so many times, it's neat.